listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to UppTalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say UppTalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Expand session management. Select first one, required a privileged session, monitoring and isolation and active. What does it do? It will allow the connections through PSM. Click on Edit Settings. F. Save and close. In case, if the setting is in inactive mode, you will not be able to connect to the target server account. If you add to this policy, then only all the sessions will go through PSM. Here, SM isolation and session monitoring will go back to accounts and CU will be able to connect up. I will go through this master policy also in a separate class. Master policy, I will take separate class. Platforms, I will take separate class. Just for today, I will give account, onboarding and CPM activities, password verification and change. The remote machine you can give the same server. 10.1p3 means we are taking RDP to your component server through Cyber. It's a remote means to use the component server machine. Now open when done. Should I launch it because it will be in loop? No, you can launch. No. Because I'm logging from component server itself. Just it will give one more. Here read that message very quickly. Oh sorry, the approval. It's connected. Connect again. It will be helpful. Again, click on connect and read the error message. It will be helpful in your real time. Sometimes end users may face the same kind of error. There are like standard set of errors which I kind of subconsciously know. I just lucky. You change password, sync password. Open up Connect. The pre-evaluate session could not be established accurately. Try to connect again through password vault. In most scenarios in case, if your PSM service is not running, then immediately you will get this kind of error message. Now go to services and start your PSM service. And then again try to launch. You can close the RTP and then again launch. Or try again. Go ahead. What will be the user ID which will by default be used here? PSM user is it? In background, the PSM gateway user will take to the password and the PSM connect will establish this. This is the PSM Connect. Now, if you open local users and groups in your server, in your component server, you can see shadow user also. We'll go through that once the session has launched successfully. I would tell you, open, you just only. No app shadow user. Now here only it will create one more shadow user, but due to some issue it was not created. But it will create. Shadow users group is there. Group is there, but individual user also will be created in the users and try to establish the system. Then we will see shadow user got created on market. You have launched the system through PVW means through cyber. And then what's the user account which I'm logged on with that? That should be PSM Connect itself. Or ideally it should be DA user 1 because this is more of a shadow user as you said. Basically it will show like DA user 1 only just PSM Connect will help for establishing the system. Now close this M. Now go to administration options. Last step. Configuration options. Again options. Now we have connection components below to ticketing systems. You have connection components, configuration preferences. About to the connection components. And select the PCMRD. Open this. No need to open. On the hand side, you can see full screen equal to no. Just to change it to S, now go back to accounts and launch one more time and you can see full screen for the RDP system. But I think that should be. Basically, CPM will perform three activities: password verification, password change, and password recapitulation. Now go to the additional details and actions in classic interface, that old interface. We can perform this password verification in two ways, manually and periodically. In case if you configure in master policy like password verification needs to be happened for every 7 days or 10 days or 15 days, at that particular interval CPM will automatically trigger the password verification for all the accounts. And if it is able to verify, then it will give a message like success. In case if it is unable to verify due to some incorrect passwords stored in the vault and in the target end, the password got mismatched or due to some network issues, CPM is not able to reach to the target server. In that case, CPM will give you the specific error message. We will do these three activities in our lab now. Now enter. Log means click on the DA user, one account going to that account. Click on verify. On the hand side box, you can see account is scheduled for immediate verification message below 2 activities. Just click on refresh in this page. Just a pen. Now go to services and restart the CyberArk password. Don't do this in your real time. It's production and just to this is our lab. No need to wait for 5 minutes like that. Just if you restart the service, then immediately the activity will be performed by the server password manager service. In the real time, you mean to say we don't need to restart. No, in real time. In case if you want to trigger any verification or change, just you need to wait for that 5 minutes of time. That CPM will automatically fetch this task and it will perform that activity. But this is our lab. We can restart our service. It will not impact anything. Just refresh again. In the below connect button, you can see last verified at today's date. And if you go to activities, you can see that messages success verification, success password verification. Click on that first link, CPM verify password. Success. User password manager. Password manager triggered at the means perform this task and the status is success. Success means password is in sync between the vault and in the target server. In case if the password is out of sync means password is incorrect in the vault and in the target server for this particular account, then we will get error message called user number. Password is incorrect. In case if it is not able to reach to the target server, then it will throw some error like 1253, 1254. And in case if the account is locked in the target server, it will give 1T3335, like the different error messages are there. Based on the error message, if you search in the Google or in the cyber community, you will get the result. User means they will provide that why this issue has happened and the result. User also. Close this box and now click on Change button. Here, after clicking on Change button, we can see 3 options. First one is change the password immediately by CPM. If you select first option, CPM will change the password in the target and it will update the same password in the vault. And the second option is like specify the password for the next CPM change. Just to select that, select second radio button and you can see you can enter a password here. What is? The second option means sloping case if you configure a master policy password change for every 10 days or 15 days in the next CPM change. For example, CPM has changed the password for this account on 4th August and you have configured for every 10 days password change. After 14 or the next in the next cycle, whatever password you have entered here, that password will be put in the target server and that password will be updated in the vault. Any question here? That's clear. It's basically that you know it will override after 10 days until that does change. It will not generate any new password, the password which you have entered here. That password will be taken up. Now select the third option. In case if you want to update the password only in the vault for this particular account, then we need to select the third option and here we can generate a password or you can put manually also. Only in the vault, what does it mean? For example, for a few application accounts, we don't want to rotate by CPM. we need to rotate manually due to some business requirements. Then what we will do? We will provide that particular permission to the end users also. They will update the password only in Vault and they will update the same password in the target application. Or, for example, in case if your CPM is not able to reach to the target server, but you want to sync the password manually. In that case also, you can ask your server team to update the password in the target end, and you need to update the same password in the vault. Manually sync the password. Manually sync the password on both ends. Only by the next CPM cycle, as per the policy, it will update the password, but until then, this will stay valid. Means in target, and also you need to update means. You need to take help of that application team and ask them to update the password for this particular account in the target. Then only the password agent sync and valid. After changing the password here, the next session login. We need to enter the updated password or it will be automatically, it will run the. In case, if the password agent sync, then no need to enter manually. Third option is particularly only for in case if you want to update the password for this particular account only in Vault. Then we need to go for third option. In case if you update the password only in Vault, you need to ask that respect to application team also to update the password for that particular account in the target server end also. Then only password will be in sync and that users will be able to connect to that target using PWA port. Why CPM has implemented this kind of policies? To change the next. There are some business passwords and as well in the vault. Also, because of itself, it's configured in the vault or in the portal itself. The password is they have some. I think is they have some limitation to change the password. That's what I'm telling. In case if there is some network there is some net business requirement that business team don't want to rotate the password using by CPM. They want to rotate the password manually at regular intervals like some 90 days or 120 days. In that case, what we will do? Only we will rotate up the password at that particular moment, only you in the vault, only application, and they will update. That's it. Now click on Change and select first option. This should update the password on both ends means in the target and the vault. No, don't click on now, just click on Cancel. It is not completed. It is saying like this account is scheduled for immediate change. Now just to refresh. Now check the status. It was locked by CPM. Just put your cursor on the lock symbol about to copy button. You have a status here. See, object is locked by password manager. Password manager is nothing but a CPM user. It is performing some action on this particular account. Again refresh. Now it got completed. On the below, you can see last modified password manager 88 and if you click on activities tab, you can see the text. And first link it on the change password success, user password manager. Now click on button. You can see a different password. Oh, you have to specify a reason here. This is about CPM change possible. Now the third one is a reconsider. What is the reconsider means? In case if your password is out of sync between your target server and in the vault for that particular account, then we can reconsider the password means we are. We can sync the password in both ends using one more account called reconsider account. At the domain level, we will ask our Windows AD team to create one reconcile account for our cyber purpose, and we need to associate that reconcile account to all the Windows servers in case if it is a Windows. We can return. We can also set reconcile account at two levels. One is at platform level and other one is at account level. I will tell you how to associate at platform level in later classes. Whenever I will go to that platform concept. Now we will create one more account in the AD and we will associate that account level and again will trigger reconcile. Go to AD and create one account called recon. Just give it a given name like recon. When we will go for reconcile means or when we can't perform password change means. Change button means in case if your password is out of sync, then you can't perform a password change. In background, what happens when you trigger a password change means CPM user will fetch the password of the current account and it will try to log into the target server using some MUA commands. Once it is able to log into the target server, then it will update a password in the target first and it is successful at the target and then only it will update the same password on the wall for that particular account. In case if the password is out of sync, then CPM user is not able to log in the target server. In that scenario, we need to trigger reconcile. For doing reconciliation, we required one more account, that is a reconcile account. If you trigger reconcile in background, CPM user will use the password of the reconcile account and it will log into the target server. And one more case here. This reconcile account, it should be part of administrator group in all the servers. Otherwise, this reconcile account is not able to log into the target server. Before implementing cyber only, we will ask the Windows team to add this reconcile account to administrators group via group policy. They have some groups at A, D level, which group is having access to all the servers in that group. This reconcile account is also part. Then only we can able to trigger the reconcile. We need to give our business requirement to the AD team and Windows team for creating reconcile account and adding this reconcile account to administrator group for all the servers. Now, what is your purpose of use of reconcile account? What exactly when we have to request to the admin team? That's what I told you. In case if your password is out of sync between the target and vault server, you need to reconcile that password. Doing reconciliation, we required one more account, that is reconcile account. In what scenarios your password will be out of sync means, for example, in your group policy password, validity is 60 days. And in your side, but also you have configured a policy like every 50 days or 45 days. You need to see if you need to rotate the password of all icons. But due to some network issue, CPM is not able to rotate the password for some 10 servers. After 60 days, those 10 servers' passwords will be expected. Then if you click on change button and if you fix that network is turned. If you click on change button also, change will not happen because the password is out of sync and you will get error message called username or password is incorrect. Only change will happen if the password is in sync between vault and the target server. Then only it will create a new password and it will update the new password in the target and first and then it will update the same password in the vault. In case if the password is out of sync, then if you trigger change also it will give error message like username or password is incorrect. In that scenario, we will trigger reconciliation. For performing reconciliation, we required one more account called reconciliation account. A reconciliation account is also a privileged account. What we will do, we will ask AT to create the reconciliation account in AD and we need to onboard that account into Cyber. That reconciliation account or password also will change at regular intervals. Then there is no compliances because we are rotating the passwords of that all privileged accounts at regular intervals. All are complained. Perfect. Thank you. Now create a recon account here. Same login name. I will check one password. No. Oh, just uncheck. The user cannot change password because if you trigger change from Cyber, same user will log into that target end and it will mean same password to same password. It will log in case. If you put user cannot change password, then it will not able to change his own password. Even this account will be managed through CPM for your password rotation. You got next and password never expires is we'll just make this as the member of administrators. Domain now. Now click on wait. Wait. Previously we have onboarded using that V10 interface. Now onboard using this classic view interface. On the hand side you have an add account button. Click on this. Now select the safe. You can select the same safe 1M platform, also same domain. Device type is operating system. Platform is Windows domain account. Domain account 10 then 10 1.2. Username recon. Select the logon to checkbox and click on return and update the password. We could still generate here the same one or you need to update the same password. This recon selection account password should be matched for the initial stage. Post, this will do one more thing. We'll create one more account in the ad and onboard without password in the Cyber and we'll link this recon account to that account and we trigger recon. You're adding the recon, the password, what you have created in the group. What should we have created in the ad? By creating, we have set one password. We have updated the same password while onboarding that account to Cyber. Why did we give the address as 1.2? This is more of the ad server. We should still have given 1.3 itself the UppSym server. No. Address means where this account resides. Recon account was created in Adoni. We need to provide an address. In real time, as I told you, we need to provide domain name. IP address is not required. We need to provide a F2D in our domain. Now click on verify. Once this account password got verified, then we associate this account to the user1 account and we trigger recon. Click on refresh. In case if it is taking time, then you can restart the service. Meanwhile, you can do one more thing. Go to your ad server and create one more account, some test one or anything with any name. What we will do, we will onboard this account without password and we will sync the password using reconciliation. Without password. Here we have to give a password or else it will not go. While onboarding in Cyber, we need not to provide any password. Just leave the read as blank and click on sync. This got verified. Successfully means your password is in sync between ad and involved for this particular account. Now click on back arrow below to account details. You have a back arrow button. Click on that and select Dizer1 account. You are in Dizer account only now. As I told you, we can associate reconciliation account in two levels. One is account level and the other one is ad. Today we will see about account level. On the hand side box, you have a reconcile account and you have an associate button. Now select recon here and click on associate. Now trigger reconcile. Now see the message. This account is scheduled for immediate reconciliation. Now refresh. Just restart the service. Now status got locked in. Now refresh. Now wait for a second. The account was successfully reconciled by CPM and date and stamp. CPM successfully reconciled the password of this account. But now, just for our practice purpose, we triggered reconciliation. But in real time, in case if the password is out of sync between the target server and in the vault for this particular account, then only you need to click on reconcile, otherwise not reconcile. If you want to check the password, you can click on show button and now it will be a different password. And on the hand side tab box you have after activities, you have a versions tab. If one versions, you can see all the old version passwords. See it first you have onboarded this account rate with administrator user. That cyber password will be stored here and after that you click on that change button and the CPM change of the password. That version is also available and few minutes back you click on reconcile and that version of password is also available. Now go to Policies. Access Control Saves. In case if you want to create a safe, you need to come here, Access Control Saves and click on Add Safe button. Now select the safe one. Let's say which you have created well on the bottom here, click on Members. Here you can see saved accounts, account versions from the last 7 days. Now click on Add Save button on the hand side. You have Add Save button. Here you can see while creating safe, it will ask for safe name description and after that you have two radio buttons. Save the last 5 account versions. Save account versions from the last 7 days. In case, if you select Save the last 5 account version, then it will store only last 5 password versions. In case, if you select the second option from last 7 days, in case password got changed for 20 times, then all the 20 versions will be stored. And assign it to CPM in case, in your real time, if you have multiple CPMs, then you can select that particular CPM name. Just click on that. The CPM assign it to CPM drop down. You can see None and Password Manager. In case, if you don't want to rotate the password of the accounts which were onboarded into that safe, you can select the None. Then CPM user will not be assigned to that safe and password rotation will not happen to the accounts which were onboarded into that safe. Click on Cancel. Now go to Accounts tab and onboard the other account which you have created user to without password and also set the reconciliation account to that account and trigger reconciliation and you can see password will be generated and stored. Now you have created a new account. 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 Now once you have created this account, you can enter your name. I can then choose one name and the red rand is created on this active address is on the computer. Now you have created a new account, but these 3 applications are already here. Let me know your name and email. Certainly. But first let me know what your name is. But basically, ID is related to the domain name and address, and the Stokely at abundantly that could be a name should be for that particular association. Here I have named it. I am, all the referred struct connector are like no reference log. User number and password is incorrect in the inner space 13.26. It is unable to log into the target server to verify the password. Either it may be an incorrect username or incorrect password. Now click on Reconcept. In this scenario, in case, if you click on Change also, it will not work because password is not in sync between the target and in vault. Change also will not happen. Only change will happen if the password is in sync between the vault and in the target for this particular. But change could be still updated. Change by vault, we can update. But manually we need to enter the password. And again, that is a risk. Only for particular use cases, we need to update the password only in vault. Now restart the service and see the reconciliation will success. Scheduled. The password got updated for this particular account in the target and the same password was updated in the vault. You have updated one password while creating that account. In case, if you want to try to log in using that password to the AD server, it will not work because that password got changed by the CPU. That particular account password will be rotated by the CPU. That new password has updated in the target and in the vault. I can't run this command. Maybe I logged in as a local account. Hold. Password last set. 1 minute. 1 minute ago. 10th. Last password change. You come back and click on Show TST. These three are the activities performed by the CPU. Now log out to the administrator and log in with some user one. You will not be able to see these accounts which you have on. Before moving to that part, we have some recordings. Log into private client and check now. Because we have enabled the PSM in the master policy and we have onboarded one account and we logged into the account using that account also. Now log into private client and see PSM recording. PSM and leave session. Interesting. It was not. It should have created by now. Now go to Tools. Administrative Rules. Users Groups. Select Auditors Group. Up. Click on Add button. Select user and select administrator. And also add a data from Cyber. But it's still the local account itself from Apple. You can see the icon by the color means it was. It was replicated from the. I just put this on the. You can close and log off and log in. Now longer and the login to open this and you can see 1 week, 1 or 2 recording files. Wanna be a file is a file. What is this text file? That data related to the ABA. Now close the safe and log off and log into the portal and you can see monitoring tab access. Change the authentication method and the login. There is a space between R and D. Now you've got monitoring tab access about the policy. If you have an auditor access, then only you will be able to see this monitoring tab access. If you click on the play button, then now log out from administrator. Minimum. View Chrome. I think I should have got the password from the user one. We changed it. Let's see. No, we didn't change anything. He was a 2-week change. This basically has only the account itself. And because you are part of a cyber can do just, it is not part of any other. In our production environment, in case if any user is part of a cyber can do just look, and if he logged into the pure profile then he can see only this page. Only account step. That's it. As of now, this user 1 doesn't have access to any accounts. If you provide access to accounts, then only user 1 will be able to see the accounts after his login. Logged. Now minimize one more thing. Now open private client. I think you know when about this, but I don't open private client. And in case if you want to log in as a user to the private client, you need to change the authentication. People can just want to show you other things like log off to the private client at the log off. Click properties. Properties advanced. Here we have authentication methods. Private authentication is nothing but cyber authentication. The Vault internal users will be able to log in using private authentication. In case if you want to log into private client using LDAP users, then we need to select LDAP authentication. Click on and log in with some admin one or some user you created. How come this is missing? Vault admin is there. Just reset the password of that vault_admin and try to log in. But I remember, it was more of a local account. Sorry. The one I had created was more of a local account. Vault local account. What does this say? The vault_admin. But it's if I change the password here, fine. You have to the private client using LDAP authentication. In real time, once we join two companies, they will create one ID in the Active Directory. And for cyber access purpose, our colleagues or someone else will give you the process, like for what groups you need to request all the stuff. Once the access part is sorted out, then you need to log into the private client using your ID only for specific tasks we need to use administrator. But in case, if you want to check in specific safe, or if you want to check users or groups, or if you want to unlock any user, then you can log in with your ID and you can perform the task. Administrator will be used only for specific purpose. Now log off. Now I can go back to PUA. Log in with administrator. Now the task is like, we need to provide access to user 1. You have some 2 or 3 accounts to which you have on board that into safe 1. You need to provide access to those 3 accounts to user 1. How you will provide it? Now go to policies, go to that safe. Access control safes and select safe 1. Click on members. Now click on add member. Search for that particular. Select and remove that. No, select to use. Click on add. I will go through this permission also for all means. I will expand. I will ask you to expand everything and I will tell you what all those parts. Now log off from administrator and log in with user 1 and you will be able to see those 3 accounts which we have on board. The user 1 and the user 1. Come on. User. Check. Check. Once both your word server and see if they up and running or not. But it was authentication error. I am sure the word would be running. Maybe this is the reason I just want to desperately go to cloud. But I tried today to reset my AWS account, which is dormant for like 4 or 5 years. I lost the mail. Maybe I'll have to create a new account or something like that. We can't put this to automatic servers. Not the process. That service is a good service as automatic. It's logged in as user 1. Now you can see user 1 is having access to the user 1. Always, access will be provided at safe level for the end user. If you provide access to that particular safe, whatever accounts you have on board to that particular safe, that end user will get access to all those accounts into which were on board into that safe. You are everything in safe. Access will be restricted at a safe level. Perfect. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.